Session. With that, let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is to advise those present that this is the Board of Education of the Pinelands Regional School District in the County of Oakland that adequate notice of these meetings was provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. The notice has been posted in the Board of Education office, junior high, and high school buildings. The notice was also mailed to the Press of Atlantic City, Asbury Park Press, and filed with the municipal clerks of Bath River Township, Eagleswood Township, Little Egg Harbor Township, and the Borough of Tuckerton. We'll move on to item number 5, approval of minutes. We need a motion to approve
a roll
item.
call.
Excuse me.
Do a roll call and open.
We're doing absolutely. Let's do a new roll call.
Mr. Bartlett.
Here.
Miss Betty.
Here.
Mr. Bonnicky.
Here.
Mr. Dahlia.
Here.
Miss Fagan. Should be marked absent. Miss Martin. Here. Ms. Zimmerman. Here. Miss Hannadel.
Here.
Mrs. McVeigh.
Here.
And Johanna.
Here.
Okay. We are in session, regular session.
All right, back to the matters at hand. Item number 5, approval of minutes for regular session November the 20th and executive session November the 20th. We need a motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Any questions? Seeing none.
Mr. Bartlett.
Abstain.
Miss Betty.
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky.
Yes.
Mr. Dahlia.
Yes.
Miss Martin.
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman.
Yes.
Miss Hannadel.
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh.
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. With that, I give you the report of the superintendent and Dr. McCauley, please.
Thank you. I'm going to let Johanna go first so I don't steal any of her thunder.
All right, good evening. December has been pretty busy at the high school. So for starters, History Club went on their trip to Valley Forge, the National Historical Park, and Longwood Gardens on December 2nd. And they were immersed themselves in American history and saw all the beautiful lights, which seemed amazing on the cat eye. Pinelands Choir, both the junior high and high school, held their winter choir concert on December 12th. The choir sounded amazing, and we look forward to the band concert this Wednesday if you can go. The high school student ambassadors participated in the Do Good December project, where they collected items to donate to the local animal rescue homeless paws. Advanced ecology students began tapping maple trees in phase 1 of their partnership with Stockton University Maple Project. Student government hosted another successful winter pep rally at the high school, where the winter teams were recognized, and the junior class actually took home the Spirit Stick. Spanish Club collected items for the Christmas toy drive to give back to the community and to help those in need. And lastly, as typical, the Extended Learning Program is still offering free SAT prep classes after schools on Monday. The calendar is posted on our school website, and that is all I have.
Thank you. I just have a couple more things. As Johanna said, our band concert is this Wednesday at 6 o'clock. If you can come, our winter sports have kicked off, and I've seen JV and varsity wrestling meet so far, and it was exciting. And our 7-8 basketball team looks amazing. And really just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you. Moving on to presentations. Give you Dr. McCauley and Amanda Miller.
Okay, so we do have some, unfortunately, outgoing board members that we are going to miss dearly. So first to Kim, I just want to say, as your time at the Board of Education comes to an end, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support, trust, and dedication to the Pinelands School District. Your time as a board member has truly made a significant and positive impact on our community, and your presence will be sincerely missed. Thank you for being an exceptional board member, a trusted mentor, and an overall great person. Yes. Yeah, I just want to pause for a second and let you know that our woodshop department, led by John Carmona, is just outstanding. He has truly just transformed the program, and these plaques were made by our students.
That's amazing.
And they're absolutely beautiful. And then next to Mr. Bartlett, always so supportive, Ray brought a great perspective to our board and discussions, truly here for all of the students at Pinelands. As busy as you are with 5 kids and your own business, you took the time to volunteer for this position, and I just want to thank you for all of your support.
Thank you.
Miss Fagan is not here this evening. We will make sure that she gets her plaque.
Atlantic City calls again. Atlantic City.
Yes, she's very busy.
Okay, next up is our recognition of Britt and Kinsey Community-Based Supper Club, presented by Janelle Gonzalez.
Hi, good evening. The Community-Based Supper Club is co-owned by Britt Racino, who is actually a Pinelands alum. And Britt, along with the CEO, Kinsey Leodler, held a holiday family event yesterday for those in need from our Pinelands community and surrounding area. We did invite them to tonight's meeting. Unfortunately, they are unable to attend, so we do anticipate them coming at either the January or February meeting. I did want to convey something that the club's CEO, Kinsey Leodler, conveyed today in a message in an email. They raised over $10,000 to help more than 85 families and fed close to 400 people in the community and the surrounding area, and gave out somewhere around 800 gifts to families in the area. It was a truly special event, and we are honored to be part of a supportive, strong, and loving community. And that's it, but we will give them a presentation in January or February. Thank you.
Next up, we have a presentation to Naples Restaurant by Leanne Corder. Are we ready for that? There we go. Here
I am.
Mr. Naples.
and to Naples. Good evening. Myself and Jill Flanagan are here for this. Naples Pizza, I have a few things written down. Here it is. It is a pleasure to recognize Naples Pizza and Frank with the Pinelands Recognition Award. To give you an idea of why he and Naples deserves this recognition, we state the following. Pizza. If we need pizza for a home football game, guess what? Here's your guy. For a special event to sell in the Commons, Naples has always been there for us. Hot and fresh, as many as we need in more than enough time. We get at least 20 to 25 plus pizzas for every home football game, and the people love it, and so do we. Spaghetti dinners. Twice a year, we do a spaghetti dinner, which is a beautiful thing. It helps raise money for our classes. Frank always comes through with at least 2-gallon containers of sauce that he donates to us. It helps us out so much. Fundraising. They're always willing to help us fundraise with Dine and Donate, so thank you for that. Monetary donations. Back in the day, Jen Schrader and I used to run Project Graduation, and we would go into Frank and say, hey, you want to donate to us for Project Graduation? And every single time, not only did he donate, but he donated quite a bit of money to us in 9 years that we ran it. Scholarships. Each year, Frank and Naples gives a scholarship to 2 of our graduating seniors, which are $500 each. Frank and Naples are an integral part of the Pinelands community. It's been our experience that some people are in business just to make money. Nothing is wrong with that. But Frank cares about our school and our Wildcats community. His generosity on everything is second to none. We are very fortunate to have him as a touchstone in our community and a fabulous business partner for our school. Naples and Frank will always be a part of our Wildcat pride.
There you go.
Let's go.
All righty, moving on to item number 8, work session, board forum. Just a reminder, our reorg meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, January the 3rd at 4 p.m. right here. Anyone from our board have anything they would like to bring up at this time? Seeing none,
I just want to say that my favorite Naples pizza is the white pizza with the garlic and the broccoli.
Okay,
Thank you.
noted.
I have new business, yeah.
That's all I got.
go ahead.
New business? Okay, so we did have a legis committee meeting for New Jersey School Board Saturday. It's very long. There's a lot of new stuff. I'll send it out to you. I have to add all my notes to it as usual. A lot of good stuff coming down. A lot of not lowering the requirements for teachers, but making the process faster. They're getting rid of some of the so that you guys can get teachers faster. So a lot of good stuff that way. And some of the loans are going to be forgiven and kind of dumb reasons, but I think there's a reason, you know, the state has money right now. So mostly that it's a lot of stuff. So I'll just send it to y'all.
Thank you.
Alrighty, anyone else? Any old business?
Oh yeah, the school, we have to do when are we gonna do the board
Self-eval.
self-eval? Or do you want to do it? We have to do it in public, so. Right, I don't know if we have to discuss it in public, but everyone read it?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I think
Any
it's supposed to
comments? I
just
thought it
be
was
done.
really good.
It was a very positive review of the
It
board.
was.
Yeah.
Overall was very positive.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I thought there were some really good comments on policy. I'll just leave this with you. Policy, to think about the big picture. I mean, the board, the office is doing it. But it's just good to sort of bring out the bylaws and the policies at some point. And then what was the other, some of the comments were more talking about student achievement. And I thought that was, you know, we do try, but it's always a good thing to bring up every meeting if you can. I'll leave you with that.
Okay, next residents forum for agenda items only. Board policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect a reasonable time limit when commenting on agenda items only. Anyone from the public wish to address the board on an agenda item?
I was asked to come and read this letter that a student provided to me. So I hope if I go over the 3 minutes for this student that you would please respect their comment.
An agenda relating to an agenda item.
Yeah.
So it's because there's two open publics. There's one agenda item.
It's about the HIB that you had in executive session.
That's not a public agenda item, but I'll leave it to. I mean, do you want to wait till later in the meeting to do it?
I prefer to do it now just so I could go. The HIB, there's 4 HIB items on the agenda that was sent.
They're all just numbers.
How would you know any of this?
There's HIB
specifics about one of the HIB?
A student reached out to me and asked me to read this letter that they wrote.
Are we allowed to do that?
Well, in
just a second, I'm going to
okay.
ask a question and then hopefully get an answer and then you can speak, okay?
Thank you.
Normally you would read it, you would present your own items. If you're, I guess, a parent or guardian, then you would present for a child, but I'm not sure, I don't know who's speaking, I don't know what the relationship is. Can you state your name for the?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Stephanie Johnson for Conchetta Court, Little Egg Harbor, New Jersey.
Okay. So
you're not concerned about the confidentiality of the HIB?
It doesn't say anything it's like telling.
Nondescript.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd say go for it.
Okay. It's general. I know my
and you know you have
rights.
3 minutes.
Yes, that's well this student. Yeah, I would hope that if it went over a couple seconds.
I'm not sure who told you that.
Well, I'm just saying if a student came up, would you knock them off?
3 minutes.
Okay. Hello, I'm a student at Pinelands Regional High School. I am writing this letter. Well, let me put my readers on. I'm writing you this letter because I feel that the school really needs to do better when it comes to bullying. I was so excited to come here, but within a month, I was already being bullied by other students. I told teachers and the guidance counselor, but nothing seemed to happen. There was a student that touched his private parts, then touched me. I again told the teacher, but there he was the next day in class bullying me and other kids. How is it okay for him to do that? After a while, I saw that not much was getting done when it comes to bullying here, which made me nervous because it was the only beginning of the school year. I still came to school every day hoping I would be able to avoid him. Some days I did, some days I didn't. The only good thing was that the student was in my first period class, so I didn't see him much the rest of the day. I enjoy school and work really hard to make good grades and be part of extracurricular activities like the Buddy Program, Pride Club, and Student Council. I worked extra hard and even made it into GATE. I thought that was a good thing until some of the students thought it was funny to call me names and laugh. I thought these were supposed to be the good kids, but it only got bad when I was in lunch study group in the science room when the teacher left and a whole group of kids thought it would be funny to go around and say all the things they didn't like or hated about me. The people saying all these hurtful things I thought were my friends. I just stood there in shock. Why would they be so mean to me? One of the boys who was there even told me earlier that day that I was a rat and that he would put me down with rat poison. I was so upset and scared. I went down to Mrs. Doherty's office and told her all about it. I stayed home the next day because I was afraid of what's going to happen. All the students got called down and had to speak with Mr. Shore about what happened. I thought it would be over after that, but I was wrong. All of a sudden, I was getting called down to the principal's office because a student said they heard me say I had a knife. They searched my backpack and found nothing. I was so scared that someone would make up such a lie. And now that everybody is talking and whispering about me, I still came to school even though I was worried and scared all day about what might happen next. I had no idea how far they would take it until last Thursday when a bunch of cops and detectives came to my house. They said someone emailed Mr. Shore that I was going to shoot up the school that night at the basketball game. I didn't even know they were having a game, and I would never say anything like that ever. I know better than that. That is not a joke. I had never been so afraid in my whole life. When I found out who sent the email, I was shocked. I had just been math partners with him a few hours earlier at the school. I was shaking and scared to death about what might happen. How could someone make up such lies and have police come to my house? I was afraid to go to school every day now because now I don't know these kids are going to do or say to me. I worry while I'm in class because they are all of them with me from first period to last period. I am with them. I'm afraid that they will put something in my food because the kid who said he would feed me rat poison is friends with the boy who called the cops. Many of the students involved in our children of teachers or administration, or I'm going to add this, a board member's relative. I feel so scared that I can't talk to anyone because they have connections to people who work at Pinelands. If this is what they are doing to me, what's going to happen to me when or if they get in trouble, or what they did to me a month ago? What else are they going to do? Really poison me? I mean, they called in a false police school shooting report and had cops come to my house. My mom doesn't even have social media, but I can only imagine what is being said about me on there. I'm glad I don't have it because I'm sure I would be very hurt by the things that are being said.
Ms. Johnson, so
yes.
Well beyond the amount of time.
3 minutes.
Like 20
okay.
seconds to.
So you're cutting off a 12-year-old boy. That's sad.
Well, I'm trying to treat everybody the same. Okay. So I was trying to do.
Lily, do you want to come up and read the rest?
You know, there's 20 seconds.
Come and read the rest. This is Lily Johnson, 4th and Shuttlecourt.
Where did you start off?
I asked that you take fully.
Where do I start from? I ask that you take bullying more seriously and do better because kids as young as 10 years old are killing themselves over stuff like this. It is your responsibility to show the students this is not okay, and behavior like this will not be allowed at Pinelands. The school should be a safe place for all students. And as a student at Pinelands, I do not feel safe at all. I am in fear every single day about how far kids will go and how you should be too. Because some of these kids are yours.
I just direct the board, as this is an ongoing active PIV investigation, a matter that we can't speak to at this time. And obviously the board and the administration will do what's necessary moving forward with these statements, et cetera. And you can always follow with Dr. McCooley thereafter, okay?
Anyone else from the public wish to address the board? Seeing none, move on to item number 10, instructional. Recommend a motion to approve instructional items A through D. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
We need a second.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Moving on to item number 11, personnel. We're adding an item number N. It is to accept the settlement agreement with AB as discussed in executive session. That will be added as item number N. We need a motion to approve personnel items A through N.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes.
motion carries.
Item number 12, HIB. Recommend motion to approve cases 1 to 4. We need a motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Policies and procedure, item number 13. We need a motion to approve items A through I.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Operations, items A through D. We need a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Report of the board secretary, business administrator. We need a motion to report to approve items A through P. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none? Roll
Mr.
call, please.
Mr. Bartlett,
Yes.
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennado,
I'm gonna abstain because I didn't get through.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes.
motion carries.
Item number 17, residents forum for general topics. Board policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect a reasonable time limit when commenting on any topic. Would anyone like to address the board on any topic, general topic? You step up to the podium, state your name and your address.
Hello, my name is Kate Good. I live at 9 Schooner Court in Little Lake Harbor. A week before Thanksgiving, an email was sent out regarding the topics to be covered in health class, some controversial. The odd thing is the emails were sent to the students' school email addresses and not the parents. My son showed it to me because he hadn't bothered to fully read it and assumed it needed my signature. This email reply form did not require a signature. It listed a partial list of health topics included a link supposedly going to a full list, but when clicked went nowhere, just said request access, which also went nowhere. The email stated you could check okay to the list or opt out of all or certain ones. In the interest of full transparency, I requested several times the email be resent to parents. No matter where you stand on the issues, most parents would like to know what their children are being taught. I would like to request once again that the email be resent.
What we normally do is we wait until public comment is closed and then we answer questions if we can. If not, somebody will get back to you. Okay?
That's a very general answer. I'm not here to argue. There's really no debate or question. I gave the school a full month to reply. This happened at Thanksgiving, like I stated. And that's the only reason why I'm appearing here is because I did not get a response. So if you're going to say no to this, then let the record show the school is refusing to send the email notification form for opt-out health topics to the parents of minor children. Thanks.
Anyone else wish to address the board? No. Seeing no one? Board forum. Mr. Bonnie.
Nothing to add other than Merry Christmas. Enjoy the break.
Zimmerman?
I agree. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the break. See everybody next year.
Mr. Bartlett.
Just want to say thanks for the last 3 years being able to work with you guys and for your graciousness as I learned just the ins and outs of board life. Definitely learned a lot, and I would encourage anybody sitting on the sideline of, you know, school politics and just if you have an inkling to get involved and you know, be a part of the process. I certainly, you know, having a perspective from the inside, it's definitely a daunting task running a school district. And it's something that it's nice that it's spread between 9 people. And it's, you know, there's a wealth of knowledge and life experience that comes to the table. And certainly as you guys move forward as a board, I get to take a step as a parent and have been at several football games and wrestling matches over the past several months and enjoying that. And, you know, I'm certainly here to support the school, and once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, and look forward to what's here for the district. Certainly all the teachers, the staff, the students in my thoughts and prayers, and the administration as you guys move forward. And I do wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Ms. Smith, would you like to have anything to say as a board member? I have been amiss in not inviting you into this process before today, but if you have anything to say, you're welcome to say it.
Thank you. I don't have much to say at this meeting. I hope, well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for listening to what I have to say. I appreciate, like, obviously you all attending to what I say, but also just being here, having the opportunity to have a student representative, I think is a great idea. And I don't quote me on this, but I feel like it's something that the future is necessarily going to need as we come along with new ideas and new policies and new forms. I'm proud to be out here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm thankful that you all, like I said, listen. I hope in the future to represent more of the student perspective. I think I've almost not missed that task, but have shielded a little bit. But I hope to bring new uplifting information in the future. Other than that, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Well said.
Miss Betty?
Other than a happy holidays to everybody, I don't have much more. I'm looking forward to the upcoming year. It's going to be an interesting ride, I think. So thank you. I did want to say I'm going to miss both of our excellent board members. You've been great and worked hard, both of you, and that's pretty impressive given your lives.
So Miss Martin, I usually go to you first, but I gave everyone else an opportunity and now.
Thank you. She's going.
Thank you very much. I want to make sure you have a ride home.
I do.
Always welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Always welcome.
I
I too would like to echo what everyone said to Mr. Bartlett and Ms. Hannadel. You've just been phenomenal, especially to somebody new coming on board. I've watched you both. I've learned from you. Both of you have inspired me. Just phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. Also, thank you to Naples. The Sierra project just sounds better and better as every time it comes up. I think that's phenomenal, and they're definitely on to something. So good luck with that. I'd also like to congratulate the academic competition team, Mr. Goodwin and Sonora Trinelli, once again brought success at the Jingle Bell Brain Brawl at Apsagami High School. The Pinelands academic team did really well this year, and kudos to the students, but also to Senora Trinelli and Mr. Goodwin. They're wonderful. We're lucky to have them. We truly are. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. And again, just another plug to all the students out there that aren't necessarily on a sports team or, something in the spotlight, but a club that they participate in, and everyone that's gathering volunteer hours. We see you, we know how hard you're working, and keep plugging away, because you're definitely making a difference in the community. You truly are. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dalio.
Yes, first off, I want to tell the president, Betty Ann, thank you again for your excellent service sitting in the chair, President.
Well, thank you.
You've done a wonderful job, as you always have, and I really appreciate your guidance and basically facilitating the information to the board. Greatly appreciate your time. Raymond, thank you very much. I had a wonderful time with you as a board member. Over each board meeting, we've had conversations. I know how much the children and the students here mean to you. It was a very enjoyable time with you, and thank you for your service. As far as Kim, what can I say? All the things you've done over the last, 3 terms?
Yes.
On the state level, all the committees you sat on, the additional time that you took out of your personal time, dedicating it back to this district, does not go unnoticed. So I know how hard you worked, and you definitely are always an asset to the board, to the school, and we're very sorry to see you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And I will hand it over to Miss Hannadel.
Unlike Johanna, I can't speak that well, so I wrote it down to not forget anything and to be able to hand it over. And I'm blind with glasses on. Thank you for all the donations as well. That's the only thing I didn't hear. So I'm going to read this. I want to thank all my supporters over the years, including all who have reached out to me for help. I want to encourage parents to continue to reach out to board members. If you have questions or concerns, that's what we're here for. I also want to set the record straight, and this is my personal statement, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the board, about the ethics charge by the incoming board member from Little Egg that you may have seen on Facebook. I did not answer this on Facebook. Facebook too often is a place of nonsense that is amplified by people who have no facts on a subject, yet still voice their opinions. Suffice it to say, I will not be settling that matter. I did nothing wrong. She will have to prove it. And since I was not the one who asked for something, I will win. And then we will sue her for the district costs. That being said, I'm especially proud of my time at Pinelands as we were able to take the school to a better level for students and staff. While nothing in life works for 100% of the people, the school is better geared now for meeting students' needs while accommodating the staff as well. This admin team has added so many opportunities to help students move into their futures with choices and challenges, plus many more academic and personal supports put in place. I want to thank Dr. McCooley and her admin team for all these initiatives over the past 5 years. Dr. McCooley has the energy and commitment needed to help Pinelands keep on the right track and has resolved to continue working for her hometown district. Thank you to Gina for your dedication to the process and always your attention to detail. And Amanda for jumping in with both feet and being so diligent. To Will, Casey, Amy, and Carl for your advice and counsel over the years on this board. I want to thank Betty Ann McVeigh for her friendship and collaboration over the years. And I want to thank the other members of this board for their dedication and good intentions in all they do. They bring their best selves to the table every time. The days of the grandstanders and private agendas are over, and I hope it stays that way. I want to especially thank all the teachers and staff and admin who spend their minutes and hours with students who need you because you see their issues and offer support. I so respect you, and I know this entire board does, and I thank you. These efforts are rewarded, even if you never see this yourself, when that student remembers those words later, when it really matters and it helps them to change their own life. And finally, to the parents and the students. For the parents, we see what you go through every day to keep it together, to keep your children on top of their grades and sports with all of life's struggles. And the students, we watch you blossom, discovering your own ideas about yourself and the freedoms that are opening up to you. It's been a pleasure to be part of the effort to create a better future for all of us in this community. I am proud to have been, I have a cold. I am proud to have been part of Pinelands. A Southern regional girl can now say, always a Wildcat.
Thank you, Kim. She's crying, I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Look, I have my glasses off. You can see me.
We have to say goodbye tonight to 3 great board members who brought a different perspective to the board, but a wonderful array of perspectives. And Ray, Kim, and Christy, who's not even in the atmosphere tonight. I know her job has prevented her from the last few months maybe participating as much as she would knew she would want to, but what a great board member she was as well. We're going to sorely miss you for sure, but I believe you might be getting out while the getting is good. And best of luck to our new board members coming on. We're excited to see what the new year brings. And just a reminder, I've said this a few times over the last few days, for whatever reason, it keeps coming back up. We're volunteers. That's all we are. We're volunteers. We do the very best that we can do. And we all bring a different perspective. We work well together. We're trying to move the process forward and do what's best for our students, our instructional staff, and everyone else here at Pinelands. I am too a Southern girl. Recently went to my 50th high school reunion, and funny thing, there was a lot of old people there. But anyone will tell you that I bleed green and gold. I'm very proud of Pinelands, and I look forward with the administration that we have here going forward. We're in good hands, and more power to us. We're going to figure it out. With that, best of holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas. And we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's go home. Go birds.
Take our things
Go
over.
birds.